back to another episode of Insider Knowledge. My name is James, and I'm going to be talking about US residency and QROPS and questioning, do they go together? Okay, first of all, why would you even be considering a QROPS? Essentially, that means that you're currently living in the US and you've got a UK pension. You're not able to move your UK pension to the US, and so you have two considerations: leave it in the UK or move it into a QROPS outside the UK, and usually that location is Malta. Okay, to answer the question, you have to understand the rules, and there is a double tax treaty between the UK and the US, and also between Malta and the US. Article 18, Section 1 of the UK-US double tax treaty specifically talks about pensions, and specifically talks about transferring between states. Essentially, if you leave your pension in the UK, then in the US you're going to be able to receive the tax-free cash sum tax-free. If you take an income, you can either pay for that income in the UK or in several circumstances you are able to actually, under the double tax treaty, take the income in the US and pay the income tax in the US. And thereby the US and the UK has a pretty solid agreement. What if you move it to a QROPS? Well, we've been asking the IRS this for several years. In fact, on behalf of clients dating back to 2012, we have contacted the IRS on 3 separate occasions, and we've specifically asked them about whether the IRS recognise QROPS as a pension. And the IRS, we're not allowed to publish their actual answers to us, but the IRS neither confirm nor deny QROPS is a valid pension alternative to the UK pension. In fact, they quote specifically eligible rollover distribution, section 402C, and they question whether a pension transfer outside the state would be count as a eligible rollover distribution. If it doesn't, then it's subject to tax in the US and tax on the whole amount that's actually transferred. And since the IRS won't actually confirm whether they would accept that, until we actually see one tested through the courts, there is a big question mark over whether QROPS should be recommended to US residents. I think what's doubly interesting is when you actually talk to the Maltese Trustees, which we have, and we ask the Maltese Trustees, okay, this person is a US resident, will you accept the transfer from a UK pension? And the answer is yes, but, and the but is caveats, and they either ask the US resident or they ask ourselves to sign away any liability for any potential tax penalties. I think that sort of says it all. If my brother, for example, lived in the US and he was asking me for advice on this, I think recommending him transfer to a QROPS would be an extremely high risk strategy. I think the other thing to take into account is the new rules that are available in the UK. Certainly under the age of 75, the rules in the UK are now so attractive that I cannot see the benefits of having a QROPS over a UK pension for people generally, but certainly not for US residents, taking into account the additional risk of the QROPS. Over the age of 74 or 75 and older, is a QROPS worth consideration? Maybe, because of lifetime allowances, but again you have to understand the risks, and you have to understand that we cannot get confirmation from the IRS that they would accept QROPS as an eligible rollover distribution. So our standard advice to clients at the moment is, unless they're prepared to accept the risk and sign away their rights, they should keep their UK pension in the UK, have it managed in the UK as a pension, but the investments can be held in the US, and you can actually invest and obtain investment advice in the US at the same time. And we're perfectly able to do that as a company because we have UK licenses and US licenses. So that's everything. Thank you very much for watching Insider Knowledge. I hope you found this useful, especially if you're a US resident. and I hope you understand the risks that are attached with moving your money to a QROPS. And I hope you tune in for further videos, which we produce them quite regularly. And if you want some more information, then don't hesitate to go to our website or indeed contact us. Thank you very much indeed.